It's 10 trivia questions on 90s haikus, where I read you a poem of sorts and you tell me what piece of the 90s we're talking about. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thank you guys so much for checking out the show and putting some trivia in your ears today. What have I been putting in my ears lately? Oh, a lot of Chris Stapleton. He has a new album called, what is that called? It is Starting Over. Really good album. If you like modern country music, check out Chris Stapleton's Starting Over. Really awesome album. Came out right around my birthday in November, but finally starting to give it a listen like 3 months later here. Also been watching a ton of Scrubs. We are on season 5, I think, doing a rewatch of Scrubs. And I just watched the whole season 6 of Seinfeld. So I'm kind of just going through, watching a lot of old stuff, not a ton of new stuff. I still need to watch WandaVision. I hear it's great. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I think I would like it based on the trailers I saw. So if you're watching anything that you think I should watch, drop me a line, Ryan Buds on all social media, Trivia with Buds on everything else, and email ryanbuds@gmail.com. Want to give a big shout out to all our Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much for signing up on Patreon at patreon.com/trivia with Buds. Had 2 new ones in the last week. My friend Kate, thank you so much to Kate, who signed up on Patreon. She has been a patron for 4 days, according to what Patreon is telling me right now. Thank you, Kate Holthausen, for doing that. And thanks so much to my friend Alexandra. Alexandra just joined and has been a patron for just 1 day at the time of this recording. Alexandra Pepin. Thank you guys for supporting the show and digging what I'm putting out, hopefully more regularly on the daily. I had a very rough couple of weeks. And so I did not get to put out the show for a couple weeks, but we're getting back on track and we're doing it together. If you want to see all the great rewards you can get, go to patreon.com/trivia with Buds. We're doing our second monthly Patreon Trivia Lovers Hangout on Zoom this Saturday night, February 13th. That link goes to everybody at the $3 tier and above, and we give away some very cool prizes and kind of just get to do some fun FaceTime with people who love pop culture. We'll do that this Saturday night, February 13th. Spend your Valentine's Day weekend if you're stuck at home, still under quarantine or lockdown, with your pal Ryan Buds and the Trivia with Buds podcast community. Okay, we're all set. We're ready. Today's episode is all about 90s haikus. It's a fun one where my friend Luke McKay from Australia wrote these great little haikus that are kind of like poems about the 90s. And you have to name what he's talking about. Might be a TV show or a movie. I think they're mostly movies, but you'll have fun with this one. We're going to jump into it right now. Here we go. All right, 90s haikus on the podcast today. Let's see if you can figure these out from these fun little groupings of words. Number 1, family is gone. Watch out for the wet bandits. Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. Number one, what do you think that is in relation to? A movie from the 90s. Number 1, family is gone. Watch out for the wet bandits. Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. Number 2, Sam, Jeff, and Laura. Flying insect in amber. Lawyer on toilet. Number 2, what is that movie from the 90s? Number 2, Sam, Jeff, and Laura. Flying insect in amber. Lawyer on toilet. Number 3, Wendy Peppercorn. The beast's name is Hercules. You're killing me, Smalls. Number 3, Wendy Peppercorn. The beast's name is Hercules. You're killing me, Smalls. Number 3. And number 4, who's the informant? Stuck in the middle with you. Pink, white, brown, blue, blonde. Number 4, who's the informant stuck in the middle with you? Pink, white, brown, blue, blonde. And number 5, bank robbing surfers following the next big wave. Utah, get me too. Number 5, bank robbing surfers following the next big wave. Utah, get me too. And number 6, two teachers find love. Did she just kiss her step bro? I totally paused. Number 6, two teachers find love. Did she just kiss her step bro? I totally paused. And number 7, can you fix his arm? Did Tim Allen get paid twice? Pete's out of his box. Number 7, can you fix his arm? Did Tim Allen get paid twice? Pete's out of his box. 3 more to go on 90s haikus. Let's see how you do with number 8. SMI agent. The human head weighs 8 pounds. Show me the money. Number 8. SMI agent. The human head weighs 10 pounds. 8 pounds, rather. Show me the money. And number 9. Man hires call girl. Snapping a jewelry box. Big mistake. Big. Huge. Number 9. Man hires call girl. Snapping a jewelry box. Big mistake. Big. Huge. And number 10, New York reporter, droughtsman. In Evergreen State, leads share 2 minutes. Number 10, New York reporter, droughtsman in Evergreen State, leads share 2 minutes. Number 10. Those are all your 90s haikus written by Luke McKay. Thank you, Luke. We'll be right back in just a second with the answers. We are back with the answers to 90s haikus. Let's see if you got all these correct. Number 1, family is gone. Watch out for the wet bandits. Buzz, your girlfriend, Woof, was, of course, the number 1 grossing movie of 1990, Home Alone. Number 1, Home Alone. Number 2, Sam, Jeff, and Laura, Flying Insect, and Amber, lawyer on toilet. That lawyer is Wayne Knight, who played Newman on Seinfeld. That's Jurassic Park. Number 2. Number 3, Wendy Peppercorn, the beast's name is Hercules, You're Killing Me, Smalls. That was The Sandlot. The Sandlot, who a movie which starred Victor DiMattia, who was on the podcast. Search my episodes in the archives if you're on Spotify or something that has every episode of the show. I know Apple Podcasts limits it to, I think, 100 episodes. But if you're on Spotify or something, go back and search Victor DiMattia or Sandlot Trivia with Buds. You'll come across a really fun episode with Brian Bonzel and Victor, who are great child actors, and they talk all about their favorite stuff from a couple years back. Number 4, who's the informant stuck in the middle with you? Pink, white, brown, blue, blonde. That's Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs. Number 5, bank robbing surfers following the next big wave. Utah, Get Me Too. That's Point Break. Swayze. Reeves. Great movie. Number 6, two teachers find love. Did she just kiss her stepbro? I totally paused. Clueless with Alicia Silverstone. Number 7, can you fix his arm? Did Tim Allen get paid twice? And Pete's out of his box. Toy Story 2, specifically the sequel. Number 8, SMI agent. The human head weighs 8 pounds. Show me the money. Jerry Maguire, Tom Cruise, who looks somehow younger than the little boy from that movie. There's a great side-by-side picture of them in 2020, and he looks younger than the boy in real life now, which is insane. Number 9, man hires call girl, snapping a jewelry box. Big mistake, big, huge, pretty woman. Julie Roberts, Richard Gere, a gerbil. I don't think there's a gerbil, but you get that joke. And number 10, New York reporter, droughtsman in Evergreen State, leads share 2 minutes. That is Sleepless in Seattle. Okay, Sleepless in Seattle. And that is Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, right? There you go. Those were your 90s haikus from Luke McKay. Luke, thanks for writing those. And you guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. We have one more thing for you called the fact of the day. The fact of the day is that the longest time between two twins being born is 87 days. Can you imagine? Usually they come out within minutes or at least a few hours of each other. But 87 days. One did not come out for 87 days. That is wild, wild stuff. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Thanks for supporting the show on Patreon at patreon.com/trivia with buds. And we'll see you next time for more trivia with me. Cheers.